See, the first thing is I want to clarify that we have had a draft notification in the public domain. People are considering as if we have finalized the aggregator policy in totality. We have invited for suggestions, for inputs from all stakeholders, whether it is the taxi operators themselves, taxi patrons themselves, taxi drivers themselves, the public at large, and all other people connected with this particular business. Government is fully conscious that most locals run this particular business. But what government is saying, while you run this business, please adopt technology. Go on an app so that we have data on which we can do future planning. We know how many taxis are flying, from which point to which point they travel, from the perspective of security for tourists, security for locals. Also, there is a misconception that these taxis will be meant only for tourists who come here. No, if there are app operated taxis, considering the rates that will be automatically generated, it will be available for the Goan public at large. Today, if you have 10,000 people traveling, tomorrow if the locals also use, even if a small fraction of the people use that, it will go to users say 15,000, more than 1.5 times. So what it shows, that we have to change our mindset. Now tell me only one thing, I want to ask the taxi fellows. You tell me one thing, if now there is Amazon, then various other, I am just quoting one, from which you can buy your commodity. There is Swiggy, where you can order your food. Are they not adopting technology? Because Swiggy is, they have all the restaurants shut, have they closed down? Because Amazon delivers goods at your house, people have spent fabulous amounts on making good showrooms. Have the showrooms closed? Both will survive side by side. Similarly, if they adopt technology, most of them, it will be a win-win situation, but they are not ready to accept. It is not that the government wants to do this. Please understand, when TTJG had gone to the court, what had happened? Court had given a direction that meters should be installed. They should ask themselves, I will not say, whether any one of them has ever used the meter. Meter never works. They give all sorts of excuses to the tourists. And on the contrary, they will say the tourists prefer not to use the meter. That means they went back to the old system. And why is it that government is intervening? Amka tenka tras dibadai. No, it is only because so many stories are appearing in social media condemning the taxi people, condemning incidents that take place. It may be a small fraction of them, but it has done enough damage. So much so, today the number of tourists coming to Goa has definitely declined. Otherwise, we had hordes of tourists descending here. And another thing I want to point out while talking about taxi, it is not only the taxi people who are overcharging, it is the hotels which are overcharging, your 5-star hotels, your restaurants, the airlines coming to Goa are overcharging. Pricing, so-called dynamic pricing hurts the person traveling. With this sort of situation, we are killing the goose which lays the golden egg. We are simply going to destroy the tourism that is there in Goa. Recently, Nitin Gadkari ji has launched the 2 towers which will come like Eiffel Towers, which is again going to increase the footprint of tourists coming here. Various such things are done by Dr. Pramod Sawant government and all of us together. Is this going to be neutralized by the behavior of our people? Now, they are doing as if the government is at war with them and they are at war with the government. Simple thing we are telling, adopt technology. No, we are not going to listen. We scrap it. Is this the way? We can always look for a middle path as well, how it is to be done. It is been notified in one way, but it can be subject to maximum changes as per the inputs given by them. But there is no compromise on use of technology. App-based taxis have to come. By no way I am telling them you go only on Goa Miles, which is the existing taxi app which is operating in Goa. If it was not successful, you tell me that particular model, more than 4,000 taxis are operating on Goa Miles. How is it that 4,000 drivers have joined them? I have produced statistics in the assembly wherein I have said 90% are goans. It is a fact. I am not saying something in thin air. I can get you that data again. Last assembly I had answered. We simply want to adopt technology and to where the tourists as well as local population will be able to travel. In the media, various surveys have been conducted. 90% of the people of Goa want app-based taxis. Why are they ignoring public opinion? And how much the taxi, what is the percentage of the taxi people? You are going to hold the whole population to ransom? अक्षरशः दादागिरी झाली. So this is not good for in a democratic functioning. This has to attain closure. We cannot go on with this problem forever. 1 month's time will be over, I think around 19th. Then we will again consult all stakeholders. We will again invite suggestions, meeting across the table. Then government will come out with a policy. Whatever changes are to be done on that draft, we will make it. It is not a permanent thing the way they are making out to be. See, there are permits which were being issued. We have kept them on hold at the moment. And as far as rent a car, maximum problem is caused not by tourist taxi. It is caused by rent a car. We have stopped issuing any new license rent a car. Then there was something called franchisee model. That also we have stopped 100%. The existing fellow, what he used to do? He used to give like a franchisee to others and circumvent our ban, which we came to know little later. By the time some vehicles were already given permits. Now we have banned both the things. The STA and RTA are fully seized of this matter, and we will not give any permission for new renter. Even we are not renewing some of their permits. And we are also checking the existing rent-a-car people. Those who don't have parking place, we are going to cancel their license or not allow them to operate. So we are going to be very strict. Ultimately, if all of them come on the app, I think there is enough. There is enough traffic for everyone. They will earn money. It's a win-win situation. But they should come on the app. We are already facing the opposition from them, and very vehement opposition. The silver lining in that was just the other day. I was very happy that my good friend Michael Lobo, he said that you have to come on the app. All of you have to have the app. And I am not forcing them. You go on Goa Miles, or you go on some other app like Ola or Uber, or you go on some other app like Rapido. I am telling them, you get your own app. We will fund it. Government will fund you if you have your app. We have given them that much of freedom. If they feel तांकां तरी परकीपणा म्हणजे लागता आनी ते म्हणटा आमकां नाका, I have said you have your own app. We will fund it on the contrary, but please you have to adopt technology. That's my mantra. And we have to attain closure as far as complaints against them are concerned. They should realize rather government is coming to their rescue in every sense of the word. Other things like demands like they want some subsidy to replace some cars, they want some insurance to be covered. It is already there in the policy. We will see what best that can be given to them. We will be giving it to them.
Can the government still go further and accommodate?
See, you tell me one thing. What is the traditional demand of taxi fellows? You have your app-based taxi, don't come in Kandolim belt. You have the app-based taxi, don't come to Kalangut. You have your app-based taxi, don't come to Warka. You have your app-based taxi, don't come to Benaulim. You have your app-based taxi, don't come to Margaon railway station. Like this small islanding in a small state like Goa. So where the taxi is going to operate? Munche Tingason Lokani Solon Ospache, will the people go walking the rest of the distance? And what has happened, I'll tell you some incidents which people have reported. It has happened to IS officers as well, who have come from Delhi, senior officials. Their friends came to drop them to some resort in South Goa. They were stopped, not allowed to go. They were very senior officials of other departments who were not allowed to hire a taxi or go with friends who had come to pick them up. Literally they were held to ransom and made to sit in their cars and go. Then they had got Goa Miles taxi, which perhaps the charges, as they told me, it was some 1,500. They made them get down. They had to hire their car. They say we had to pay 3,500. I met somebody on the flight the other day while I was returning from Mumbai. Same stories were being related to me. तुम्हारा गोवा में क्या हो रहा है? What is happening in your Goa? What your taxi fellows are doing? They did not know that I am the transport minister. It is I have to put down my head in shame that I can't solve this problem because they are not allowing you to solve it. They are not obeying court orders. They should have been hauled up for contempt because meters are installed, but they are not one pretext or other. Excuses you can always give. They are not using the meters.
Subscribe Prudent social media channel and press bell icon for latest notifications.